Hey guys, it's me, Ahmed, and welcome to day 100 of the Quran challenge. Today we'll be starting on verse 19 of Surah Yusuf, but before we begin, we'll be reading Surah Al-Fatiha. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful. الحمد لله رب العالمين. All praise for Allah, Lord of all worlds. الرحمن الرحيم, the most compassionate, most merciful. مالك يوم الدين, master of the day of judgment. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. You alone we worship and you alone we ask for help. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم, guide us along the straight path. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Ameen. The path of those you are blessed, not those you are displeased with, or those who are astray. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وجاءت سيارة فأرسلوا واردهم فأدلى دلوه قال يا بشرى هذا غلام وأسروه بضاعة والله عليم بما يعملون. And there came some travelers, and they sent their water boy, who let down his bucket into the well. He cried out, "Oh, what a great find! Here is a boy!" And they took him secretly to be sold as merchandise, but Allah is all knowing of what they did. وَشَرَوْهُ بِثَمَنٍ بَخْسٍ دَرَاهِمَ مَعْدُودَةٍ وَكَانُوا فِيهِ مِنَ الزَّاهِدِينَ. They later sold him for a cheap price, just a few silver coins, only wanting to get rid of him. Other possible translations, so little did they value him. They had no interest in him. In any case, they wanted to sell him immediately before someone claimed him. According to some Quran commentators, it was Joseph's brother who sold him to the travelers after he was picked up from the well. The verse states that Joseph was sold for a few worthless coins. Ironically, in 1288, Joseph's brothers came to him after he became Egypt's chief minister, begging for supplies and saying that the only money they could afford was a few worthless coins. This is when Joseph revealed his true identity to them. وقال الذي اشتراه من مصر لامرأته أكرمي مثواه عسى أن ينفعنا أو نتخذه ولدا وكذلك مكنا ليوسف في الأرض ولنعلمه من تأويل الأحاديث والله غالب على أمره. الحمد لله. بسم الله. والله غالب على أمره ولكن أكثر الناس لا يعلمون. The man from Egypt who brought him said to his wife, "Take good care of him. Perhaps he may be useful to us, or we may adopt him as a son." This is how we established Joseph in the land, so that we might teach him the interpretation of dreams. Allah's will always prevails, but most people do not know. Potiphar, the chief minister of Egypt. وَلَمَّا بَلَغَ أَشُدَّهُ آتَيْنَاهُ حُكْمًا وَعِلْمًا وَكَذَلِكَ نَجْزِي الْمُحْسِنِينَ. And when he reached maturity, we gave him wisdom and knowledge. This is how we reward the good doers. وراودته التي هو في بيتها عن نفسه وغلقت الأبواب وقالت هيت لك قال معاذ الله إنه ربي أحسن مثواه إنه لا يفلح الظالمون. And the lady in whose house he lived tried to seduce him. She locked the doors firmly and said, "Come to me." He replied, "Allah is my refuge. It is not right to betray my master who has taken good care of me. Indeed, the wrongdoers never succeed." وَلَقَدْ هَمَّتْ بِهِ وَهَمَّ بِهَا لَوْلَا أَن رَّأَىٰ بُرْهَانَ رَبِّهِ كَذَٰلِكَ لِنَصْرِفَ عَنْهُ السُّوءَ وَالْفَحْشَاءَ إِنَّهُ مِنْ عِبَادِنَا الْمُخْلَصِينَ. She advanced towards him, and he would have done likewise had he not seen a sign from his Lord. This is how we kept evil and decency away from him, for he was truly one of our chosen servants. Joseph radiallahu anh, received warning against fornication either through divine inspiration or vision of his father. وَاسْتَبَقَ الْبَابَ وَقَدَّتْ قَمِيصَهُ مِنْ دُبُرٍ وَأَلْفَ يَا سَيِّدَهَا لَدَى الْبَابِ قالت ما جزاء من أراد بأهلك سوءا إلا أن يسجن أو عذاب أليم. They raised for the door, and she tore from his shirt from the back, only to find her husband at the door. She cried, "What is the penalty for someone who tried to violate your wife except imprisonment or a painful punishment?" قال هي راودتني عن نفسي وشهد شاهد من أهلها إن كان قميصه قد من قبل فصدقت وهو من الكاذبين. Joseph responded, "It was she who tried to seduce me, and a witness from her own family testified. If his shirt is torn from the front, then she has told the truth, and he is a liar. وَإِن كَانَ قَمِيصُهُ قُدَّ مِن دُبُرٍ فَكَذَبَتْ وَهُوَ مِنَ الصَّادِقِينَ. But if it is torn from the back, then she has lied, and he is truthful. فَلَمَّا رَأَىٰ قَمِيصَهُ قُدَّ من دبر قال إنه من كيدكن إن كيدكن عظيم. So when her husband saw that Joseph's shirt was torn from the back, he said to her, "This must be an example of the cunning of you women. Indeed, your cunning is so shrewd." يوسف أعرض عن هذا واستغفري لذنبك إنك كنت من الخاطئين. O Joseph, forget about this, and you, your wife, seek forgiveness for your sin. It certainly has been your fault. وقال نسوة في المدينة امرأة العزيز تراود فتاها عن نفسه قد شغفها حبا إنا لنراها في ضلال مبين. Some women of the city gossip, "The chief minister's wife is trying to seduce our slave boy. Love for him has plagued her. Indeed, we see that she is clearly mistaken." The woman's only objective was because the wife of the chief minister was in love with someone raised in her house like a son. فَلَمَّا سَمِعَتْ بِمَكْرِهِنَّ أَرْسَلَتْ إِلَيْهِنَّ وَأَعْتَدَتْ لَهُنَّ متكئا وآتت كل واحدة منهن سكينا وقالت اخرج عليهن فلما رأينه أكبرنه وقطعن أيديهن وقلن حاش لله ما هذا بشرا إن هذا إلا ملك كريم. When she heard about their gossip, she invited them and set a banquet for them. She gave each one a knife, then said to Joseph, "Come out before them When they saw him, they were so stunned by his beauty that they cut their hands and exclaimed, "Good God, this cannot be human. This must be a noble angel." They're cunning because the women themselves were probably interested in Joseph. The women were cutting fruit, and when Joseph came out, they were so impressed by his beauty that they sliced through the fruit and into their hands without knowing. قالت فذلكن الذي لمتنني فيه ولقد راودته عن نفسه فاستعصم ولئن لم يفعل ما آمره ليسجنن وليكون من الصاغرين. She said, "This is the one for whose love you criticize me. I did not try to seduce him, but he firmly refused. And if he does not do what I order him to, he will certainly be imprisoned and fully disgraced." The woman tried to convince him to obey the chief minister's wife, so Joseph prayed to Allah to keep him away from them. Sadaqallahu al-Azim. May Allah accept the citation. May Allah forgive me if I made any mistakes while searching. May Allah forgive all our sins. Wa Ameen. Inshallah, tomorrow I'll be starting on verse 33 of Surah Yusuf. Until then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.